Hello and welcome back to another edition of Sales Tip. I'm Paul Bagan, your certified Dale Carnegie sales instructor. Today we're going to talk about the amateur versus the professional. The amateur, we all know, is that individual that comes in, they have a whole lot to say, but they don't have a whole lot to offer. And they oftentimes leave us scratching our heads when they are asking for the order because we're thinking to ourselves, why would we give them the business? We don't understand how they're going to solve our problems. Whereas when we have encounters with the professional salesperson, that individual leaves us with a sense of excitement and definitely engagement. We feel and we have that confidence that what they're talking about is going to lead to some solutions for us. The purpose of this tip is to show you, illustrate what a professional sales presentation looks like. Now, I'm a bit at a disadvantage because I don't have someone that I'm going to role play with. So what I'm going to do is, to the best of my ability, just demonstrate to you the sales process. The situation is this. My buyer is a sales manager. She has a small team of 4 salespeople. She's looking to grow her team, and she is very good at what she does. I know this information because it was given to me by Joe, who is a client of mine and who uses the Dale Carnegie sales training and has suggested that I visit with Sheila about it. And she's been nice enough to put aside some time. So here's the sales presentation. Hello, Sheila. Paul Bagan. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me here today. I know how valuable your time is. In fact, both of us. Time is of the essence. As I mentioned over the phone, we've been working with a lot of industries, many similar to your own, and helping to maximize the performance of their sales teams. Right at this moment, I don't know if I have something that could be of value to you. Allow me a few moments to ask some questions, and by asking these questions, it gives me a better sense for whether or not I have something that's going to be of value to you. How long have you been in your current position? I see. And before this position, you were where? And in what capacity? Okay. So collectively, your sales management experience is how many years? A little bit over 7 years. Well, then absolutely, you've got to know what you're looking for in a sales team. Share with me a little bit about your sales team. How many do you have? 4. And what about as far as experience level? 3 are fairly new and 1 has been at it for quite a while. And what are some of the challenges that you see your salespeople facing? When you say that they're not on the same page, can you expand on that, please? All right, picture's clear. What you're saying is that they all seem to kind of be, if I could use the word, shooting from the hip and not really following a process. Is the process important to you? Why is that, Sheila? What would be the ideal sales training for your team? All right, so I hear you saying that you want something that will absolutely give them a process to follow. You want a program that is going to be sustaining, so it's not just temporary. And you said that you want a program that is in touch with today's buyers. Anything else that you'd like to add to that? Now, with your level of sales management experience, there's no question you have reasons why you want these particular elements. Can you expand on each one for me just a bit? Great. All right. Now, where do you want to be? I see. You want to double your team up to 8. How soon do you want to do that? Within the year. All right. And what would it mean to you if you could get a sales team to 8? What would it mean to you if that team was all following the same process, using your words on the same page? Now, if they got to that point and they were following the same process, you would be then expecting them to be generating greater revenue. Fair statement? Yes. What's preventing your salespeople to get to that level? I guess another way of putting it is, why aren't they there now? So I'm hearing you saying it's a lack of training. Okay, the picture, it's clear why you asked me to come in here today. What I'm hearing you say is that right now you have a young sales team, inexperienced, and they're moldable. You want to give them the kind of training that will put them all on the same page, allow them to follow a process, which will increase their confidence, which will lead to greater sales. Now, Sheila, what would happen if that objective wasn't met? Okay. It's not an option. Great. Well, based on what you shared with me, I am confident that the Dale Carnegie Sales Program can and will meet your needs and the needs of your sales team. Well, let's take a look at why I can say that. Process. That's important to you. When you involve your people in the Dale Carnegie Sales Program, they're learning a process. 7 effective steps. Steps that will allow them to build a relationship with their customer. 7 steps that will give them the information that they need to present to their customers and to generate the level of confidence that you want them to have. In addition to that, the program will involve a highly trained sales instructor. I'd like to say facilitator. For that person is an active salesperson themselves. That means your people aren't going to be talking to or listening to an individual that says, I don't have an answer. Maybe we could Google that. No. You wouldn't want that, and that's not how we've built our reputation. You'll have a sales trainer that will be sensitive to your salespeople's needs. He or she will understand what they're going through, even though they may not be selling the same product. They are salespeople, and they are using a process, which is so important to you. And then the last thing that the sales program will do for your people is it will sustain them, sustain their training. Gosh, what do I mean by that? One of the things that we will do is as they're going through the training program, they'll be coached outside of the classroom, given the opportunity to practice and learn with somebody like myself. After they've completed the program, they have the opportunity to still stay in touch with myself, for example, and I'll make myself available for questions or quick consultations. And lastly, we have online programs that are available to help reinforce the training that you have given your salespeople. Now, that's what you would like to have in the way of a sales training program, would it not? Based on what I've shared with you, what do you feel would be the most critical component to your salespeople? If they could only have one thing, what one thing would that be? Why do you say having a sales process? I don't want that to sound like a dumb question, but tell me, why is that so important? Yes, A sales process is important to you because it's going to lead to greater sales. The Dale Carnegie program is over the course of 8 weeks. And in those 8 weeks, they will have a chance to take an idea, a process, and apply it. There's a very good chance that as they develop the skills and the process, they'll be generating more appointments. More appointments will generate more of a pipeline. More of a pipeline is going to lead to, a greater opportunity to close sales. Again, that's what you'd be looking for. The investment is only $1,795, and that includes all the books, all the supplies, and the coaching that I spoke to you about. Would you like to go ahead and move forward with getting your sales team involved in the program? Your only concern is the timing of the class. When would you be looking to have your team start this training? Not till August or September? Is that the only thing that's causing you hesitation at this point in moving forward? So if I could talk to you about a program that would be starting sometime in the August to September time frame, that would work well for you. Is there any evening of the week that would not work for your sales team? Fridays and weekends. All right, well, I have a program that is starting up. It'll be starting in the month of August. It is going to be on a Wednesday evening, and it'll meet from 6:30 to 10 o'clock in Stockton. Would that work for your team? Right. Sheila, tell me, what do you see to be your next step? You want to go forward with this. Great. Next thing then for me to do is to talk with your sales team, find out more about what their needs are as they see it, do what I call an assessment, and then get back in touch with you to go over the results of that assessment. While I'm doing that, do you want me to send you an invoice, or would we be operating off of a PO number? Okay, you want me to send you off an invoice. Sheila, I'll go ahead and send that invoice out to you. I'm looking forward to earning your business. These 4 salespeople I will look forward to working with, and I'll be in contact with you throughout the process. In fact, if I could offer up a suggestion, perhaps you'd like to add yourself to the mix. What this would mean is that you're knowing exactly what they're covering, and you can be in a position to reinforce what they're learning at your weekly sales meetings. What do you think of that idea? Great, then we'll go ahead and include you in that. Once again, thank you so much for this opportunity to earn your business, and I'll look forward to doing the assessments with the sales team, and I'll get that invoice out in the next few days. And that should be to your attention? Wonderful. Thank you, Sheila.